Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos, and I'm going to start this project off today with the sign that I got at Dollar Tree. And as you can see, the paper was already peeling up, so I didn't think it was a good idea to decoupage or paint over it. So I did end up taking all of this paper off. I did end up spraying it down with some water, which helped take some of the paper off. And I got that all off of there and let it all dry. And then I took some white acrylic paint, and I'm just going to paint each one of the squares with that white acrylic paint. And this was 2 coats I did on all of them just to really hide that brown that was coming through from the underneath of the paper. Once I have that all painted and it's all dry, I'm going to take some Mod Podge. I'm going to put Mod Podge on the top square and on the bottom square. I'm going to leave the middle square empty. And then I'm just going to let that fully dry once I was done. Once that was finished, I took these napkins that I had, and I'm going to take this one, which is a star with a little, has like the United States on it. I'm going to put that on the very top square. I've removed the plies from this, and now I'm just going to take my iron and iron that onto that top square. And I just put that on a piece of parchment paper and just going over it to make sure that it's stuck really, really well. Once I have that on there, I'm just going to take a pair of scissors and just cut off some of that excess. Then I am going to take another napkin and I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom one, and this one I'm going to do stripes. So this is going to be stars and stripes. And again, just laying the napkin down where I want it and then putting that parchment paper over it and then ironing it on. And again, just making sure that I get all of those edges and make sure that this napkin is stuck really, really well. And once this was on there, I'm just going to cut off the excess of this napkin as well. I'm trying to get it as close as I can so I can save this napkin to use on another project if I want. Once I have those all trimmed up, I'm just going to take my sander and I'm going to sand off all of the excess napkin that I cut down. Just go all the way around and just trim that all off. Once I have that all sanded, I'm just going to take this stencil that I have, and I'm going to take this and symbol that's on this stencil, and I'm just going to stencil that right onto that white piece in the middle. So just use my pouncer, and I use the color blue to do this. And I just kept going over it and over it and over it until I got the desired color that I want. Then once I was finished pouncing it on, I went and took a paintbrush and connected all the lines that the stencil left. So in between each one of the areas where you stencil, there's always that blank spot. I connected all of those. Once I finished stenciling and it was all dry, I'm going to set that aside. And I took 4 half beads and I painted them red to match the napkin on the bottom. And I just did a quick paint job on these and I put them on a piece of tape on my paint mat. Once I had them all painted, I'm going to glue them to the 4 corners of the sign in the center that has the and symbol on it. And that is it. This project is finished. It was so super easy and so super cute. You could use napkins if you had them. You could paint on them. You could use scrapbook paper. It's totally up to you, but I think it turned out absolutely adorable. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I hope it inspires you to make one. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.